XRP obviously is my largest holding. It represents about actually 50% of my entire portfolio. I've been stacking that about 5 years. And I have that short-term and long-term vision for XRP. In a couple of years, I want to dump a lot of it, but I want to keep some of that for the next 5 or 10 years because I see the potential with remittance payments and moving money around the world in under 5 seconds for a fraction of a penny. And from a technical standpoint, XRP could definitely be worth $100 to $1,000, honestly, in the next 10 years, just depending on obviously how cycles mature. You know, we can't exactly put our finger on timing, but if we look at what Bitcoin's done, what Ethereum's done, how they respect those Fibonacci extensions over time, I think that's entirely possible.
What if holding just 1,000 XRP could be your ticket to financial freedom? Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? At today's prices, 1,000 XRP might cost you anywhere between $2,200 and $2,300. That's roughly the cost of a modest vacation or a new high-end laptop. But what happens if XRP's price surges? If it reaches $10, you're sitting on $10,000. At $100, you're looking at $100,000. And if XRP skyrockets to $1,000 per coin, that's a life-changing $1 million in your pocket. It's enough to make anyone pause and wonder, how realistic is this? To answer that, we need to dive deep into what sets XRP apart.
Like a ridiculous investment to me, right? Because it only has value because someone else has value. Ultimately, it's a greater fool theory notion, right? But the intrinsic value in these coins or in these assets isn't there, right? It's just hoping someone else is going to find it there. Maybe it's a better way to use security. Maybe it's a better way to use technology. But what I saw in Ripple was something different than what I see in some of these other ones, and certainly a lot of these ICOs, is that the activities of the software company create value in the asset, an underlying intrinsic value. Now, the volatility of these things is because they're trading and because they're tradable assets, and certainly there's going to be volatility in the early days of any tradable asset, or extreme volatility. But I think one of the reasons you have that volatility is because no one's doing that. This is ultimately worth that. This is the price, or that is the price I'm willing to pay for this asset. And I think that over time we're going to see that. And I believe that Ripple is going to be able to demonstrate an intrinsic value for XRP that some of these sillier coins and assets.
The mission of Ripple and XRP is nothing short of revolutionary. Unlike other cryptocurrencies, which often struggle to define their purpose beyond being an asset to trade, XRP is built with a clear utility, transforming cross-border payments. Think about the outdated system we currently rely on. Banks using clunky, expensive methods like SWIFT that can take days to transfer money across borders and often come with high fees. XRP aims to disrupt that by enabling near instantaneous transactions at a fraction of the cost.
I would just start out by saying I think that is a fair point. I think we do have a struggle on our hands to convince particularly banks, because banks are extremely conservative, they're very slow moving. What we've discovered is that non-bank financial institutions, payment companies are much, much more aggressive, and they're much more interested in things that can save them time and money and cost. And so we built the XRapid product as a way to kind of solve that problem. And it was adapted to the real life situation that we were facing. We kind of had this idea that institutions would hold XRP or a digital asset, they'd make their payments with a digital asset, or regional hubs would settle with a digital asset. And for a variety of reasons, the world wasn't quite ready for that, including regulatory issues, lack of liquidity, immature ecosystem around digital assets. And so we couldn't aim directly for sort of the end state that we wanted. We had to come up with a more practical plan. XRapid is aimed at two things. So one of them is sort of remittance type international flows, where cost is very high and the volatility actually favors a digital asset, which is kind of bizarre. Usually people say the problem with digital assets is they have such volatility.
It's not just a bold idea. It's already in motion, with Ripple forming partnerships with major financial institutions worldwide. But here's the catch. Most people don't have the patience to see this vision through. The volatility of the crypto market scares off the faint of heart, and many sell their holdings at the first sign of profit. It's not uncommon to see people cashing out at $2 or $10, missing out on the exponential gains that come with holding through the market's inevitable ups and downs.
XRP to $100,000? Here's how. There are experts out there that are predicting the price to go up to $100,000 at least for XRP. How is this going to happen? Well, they believe that the idea is that massive entities start tokenizing assets on the XRP ledger and essentially holding value on the XRP ledger. This will limit the supply of XRP that is available to use for on-demand liquidity. When you've got a smaller supply of tokens to use for the on-demand liquidity and a higher amount of transactions to use those small tokens with, the price of an XRP has to skyrocket.
This brings us to the critical point. Holding 1,000 XRP until its true potential is realized requires nerves of steel. Imagine being among the few who don't flinch during market dips or the panic-induced sell-offs that shake weaker hands. If you can do that, the rewards could be staggering, but the journey won't be without challenges. Many people argue that XRP's price can't reach triple digits, or even $1,000, because of its market cap. At first glance, this seems logical. After all, market cap is calculated by multiplying the price of a coin by its circulating supply. Critics often point out that a $1,000 XRP would imply an astronomical market cap, far exceeding most other assets in existence.
I am selling my XRP. I'm done. We went up 500% and we crashed, and I just don't believe it anymore. Get the fuck out of here. You guys sound so silly, right? We have a little fucking dip. We went up 500% in the last month, and this is what the chart looks like. You guys are fucking freaking out about this shit. If anything, it's like these little points that we have. When a coin goes crazy, you need reset periods. That's what happens on Bitcoin and Ethereum. We will reach an all-time high on XRP. We're gonna go far beyond that. We're way ahead of schedule, and we have a bright future. 2025 is gonna be fucking crazy for XRP.
But here's where they're wrong. Market cap isn't a physical barrier. It's a number, not a limit. In the world of crypto, price growth is driven by utility and liquidity, not arbitrary figures. XRP's utility as a bridge currency for moving trillions of dollars globally is what sets it apart. As more financial institutions adopt XRP for payments and liquidity management, the demand for the coin will naturally increase, and the market cap will adjust accordingly. Price isn't dictated by market cap, it's the other way around.
XRP price is something that a lot of people have wrong. Stop thinking about market cap as the limit for XRP's price potential. Market cap might work for stocks, but XRP isn't a stock. It's a utility asset designed to power payments and settlement in a financial system handling trillions of dollars daily. Market cap doesn't measure liquidity. With liquidity pools and automated market makers, as demand grows, supply starts to shrink and prices go up. As institutional players start pouring billions of dollars into those systems, market cap starts to look pretty meaningless. Here's the real deal. XRP isn't constrained by stock dynamics. Think currency utility, massive transaction flows, and exponential growth. That's the future.
This misunderstanding about market cap is one of the biggest misconceptions holding back potential investors. It's easy to dismiss XRP's potential when you're stuck on this outdated way of thinking, but the reality is far more nuanced. The real question isn't whether XRP can reach $100 or $1,000. It's whether you're ready to hold long enough to see it happen. Crypto assets are still in their infancy, and the market is evolving rapidly. XRP's ability to move massive amounts of value instantly, coupled with its growing adoption, creates a foundation for exponential growth that few other assets can match.
There's a massive opportunity for digital currencies, and that would be like stable coins, Tether, Circle. If you look at how people want to transact in the world, they all want to move digital dollars at the speed of light. And the challenge is in the US, there is no regulatory regime for a company or a bank or anyone to issue that stable coin. And I mean, there's two issues they got to resolve, like how do I back it, presumably with treasuries, and then how much freedom do I have with regard to the transference? That's an AML KYC issue. And I think that under a red administration, you probably get a lot more freedom, but ultimately it's above my pay grade to decide that. I would just say that right now it's about $150 billion asset class, and it's very obvious the people have spoken, they want it. They need it. It's a humanitarian thing if you live in Venezuela or Cuba to have access to digital dollars. But I think that with a digital framework for digital currency that's endorsed by the administration, I think it goes from 150 to $1 trillion to $2 trillion to $10 trillion.
To understand where XRP is headed, it's essential to look at the technical data. Historical trends suggest that we're in the early stages of a new bull cycle. During the 2017 to 2018 bull run, XRP saw approximately 365 days of upward momentum. In the 2020 to 2021 cycle, this extended to 396 days. By analyzing the current trajectory, it's clear that we're just a few months into what could be another explosive phase. Patience is key here. If history repeats itself, there's significant room for growth, and those who have the foresight to hold through this period could reap incredible rewards.
There is no difference between a bull cycle in crypto and a traditional cycle. Every time Bitcoin has moved to new all-time highs, every time the rest of the crypto market has gone into a bull run, at the same time there's been expansion in the stock market. So we have never experienced a crypto bull run on its own. That's never happened. There has to be expansion in the stock market first to allow that money to flow into crypto.
Take, for instance, the double bottom pattern forming on XRP's monthly chart, a classic bullish indicator. This pattern, resembling a W, signals a potential price breakout. The technical target for this formation? Around $35. While no one can guarantee outcomes in the volatile crypto market, this target aligns with XRP's utility-driven potential and the increasing adoption of Ripple's solutions by financial institutions worldwide. The next key resistance level lies around $1.96, the neckline of this pattern. As long as XRP stays above this level, the breakout scenario remains in play. Critics often fail to grasp the long-term vision behind assets like XRP. They get caught up in the short-term noise, the dips, the FUD aka fear, uncertainty, doubt in the clickbait headlines. But seasoned investors know that wealth in the crypto space isn't built overnight. It's built by understanding the technology, the trends, and the real-world problems these assets aim to solve. XRP is uniquely positioned to tackle one of the largest markets in the world, cross-border payments. This isn't some speculative use case. It's a tangible, multi-trillion-dollar industry ripe for disruption.
This is still the earliest innings of the creation of what I think is really going to be a new asset category. And that asset category, I'll keep going back to, it's about real utility solving a real problem. For Ripple, that's using XRP to solve a global payments problem. There's literally $27 trillion of money parked around the world between banks in order for them to settle payments between themselves. Using a digital asset like XRP, that can be, the speed of that can be vastly faster and vastly less expensive. Even compared to Bitcoin, XRP is 1,000 times faster and 1,000 times less.
Still, the road to mass adoption won't be easy. Regulatory hurdles remain a significant challenge. XRP has been embroiled in a legal battle with the SEC, creating uncertainty and shaking investor confidence. But here's the silver lining. These challenges, while daunting, have also forced Ripple to prove its legitimacy and resilience. Winning or settling the case could act as a massive catalyst, propelling XRP to new heights and solidifying its position as a leader in the crypto space. This isn't just about financial gain. It's about validating the technology and its potential to reshape the financial landscape. Investing in cryptocurrencies like XRP can be a game of speculation, but the potential rewards often make it irresistible for enthusiasts. Picking up just 1,000 XRP coins today for around $2,400 might seem achievable, but the real question is what those coins could be worth by 2025. As we discussed earlier, XRP isn't just another cryptocurrency, it has some of the strongest utilities in the blockchain space. Its potential to revolutionize global payments is a driving force behind its growing adoption. The price right now might not reflect the magnitude of what could lie ahead, but the signals in the charts and market trends paint an intriguing picture.
We're again merit neutral. Crypto is only a small part of our capital markets. I mean, it's a little less than 1% of the world capital markets, but it's basically to instill trust and protect investors. Look at the leading lights in this field, in the crypto field just 2 years ago. A number of them are in jail right now. And I'm not just talking about SBF. I mean, a number of others. Yeah. And there's been tens of billions of dollars of losses and bankruptcies and so forth. What field in America, innovative field in America, survives without building trust in that field and protecting investors or consumers? You know, if you're selling cribs or something, you don't want people to have a problem with the cribs.
Take, for example, the Wyckoff accumulation schematic. XRP appears to be following this pattern closely, particularly in Phase D, with the final explosive Phase E looming on the horizon. The monthly chart shows a steady bullish trajectory, supported by technical indicators like the Bollinger Bands, which signal tightening ranges. Historically, this kind of setup has led to massive rallies, like the one we saw in November of a prior cycle where XRP experienced a 500% surge. What's more, when comparing XRP's current price action to that of 2017, parallels emerge. Back then, breaking out of a downward trend line set the stage for months of upward momentum. Could history repeat itself? Given the strong fundamentals and market positioning XRP enjoys today, the probability of this happening seems far from a long shot.
This supply and demand trick has totally changed the way I trade. It's called the Wyckoff method, and it comes in 4 phases: accumulation, markup, distribution, and markdown. Accumulation refers to the phase when prices tend to consolidate, and as price forms higher lows, the price pushes above its trading range, and then it switches into the markup phase. During this phase, the market springs to the upside as buying pressure overwhelms selling pressure. However, at some point, the bullish momentum starts to weaken and signs of selling pressure emerge. The market will consolidate once more, and this is considered distribution. The market tends to distribute so that institutions can gradually exit without significantly impacting prices. Distribution is also often a precursor to trend reversal from an uptrend to a downtrend. As selling pressure increases during the distribution phase, it can shift the supply and demand balance and mark down for a subsequent downtrend.
The short-term outlook remains equally promising, with a breakout from a bull flag pointing to a target price of $5. While nothing is guaranteed, the alignment of technicals with historical patterns provides a sense of optimism. For those holding onto their coins, patience could very well be rewarded as we edge deeper into this bull run, which, based on projections, might not peak until late 2025. Now, when it comes to price targets for 2025, let's consider a range of scenarios. In a conservative case where XRP hits $10, your 1,000 coins would be worth $10,000. This assumes steady growth in adoption and regulatory clarity, both of which are highly plausible given the ongoing legal battles Ripple has been navigating. Many analysts see this figure as a realistic entry point, reflecting incremental adoption as a bridge currency.
$10 XRP looks to be in sight as we've hit a 6 to 7 year high. People are excited about where we're heading as XRP has not only now flipped BNB and Solana, but just last night overtook Tether in market cap. Now we've got rumblings and rumors that Microsoft could be looking to add XRP to its corporate treasury.
Moving up to the base case, XRP reaching $20 could transform that initial $2,400 investment into $20,000. With Ripple's expanding partnerships, use cases in cross-border payments, and increasing institutional interest, this figure represents moderate optimism. For many investors, this kind of return could be life-changing and is within the realm of possibility given XRP's positioning in the financial ecosystem. Now for the bull case, XRP climbing to $50. This scenario banks on widespread integration into financial systems worldwide. If that happens, 1,000 coins could be worth an eye-popping $50,000. While ambitious, it's not out of the question for a cryptocurrency with the level of utility and real-world application that XRP offers. The question isn't if XRP can reach such heights, but rather when.
One of the things we all have to remember is that the value of a token over the long term is really going to be derived by its utility. What problem is it solving? How big is that problem? How many customers do you have? There's no question there's a lot of hype in this system, and I don't actually think that's a good thing. For Ripple, we use this digital asset called XRP to settle liquidity needs between banks. So today there's $27 trillion parked at different banks around the world so they can make payments between each other. Our view is you can use a digital asset like XRP to do that in real time. Because XRP has been so efficient, it settles a transaction about 3 seconds compared to Bitcoin.
So it just passes through that currency for that period of time.
That's correct.
Some investors even speculate that $50 might just be the tip of the iceberg. Factors like a global shift towards digital currencies, increasing utility in decentralized finance, and Ripple's ability to position XRP as the backbone of future payment systems could drive prices higher than anyone expects. While these projections might feel ambitious, they reflect the growing sentiment among crypto enthusiasts and technical analysts who see XRP as more than just a speculative asset. Of course, no forecast is complete without a dose of caution. Cryptocurrency markets are notoriously volatile, and the path to these potential prices won't be a straight line. There will undoubtedly be dips, corrections, and even external influences like regulatory changes that could sway the market one way or the other. This is why it's essential for investors to stay informed, keep an eye on key charts, and have a strategy in place for locking in profits along the way.
Bro, this dude just straight up said XRP could hit $50. I'm not even bullshitting. And when I say I'm a little shocked, I'm a little shocked. This is the CEO of Ripple. They created XRP, and this is what he had to say.
It was $2.5 trillion. You know, look, do I think this is an easy 10x over the next 5 to 10 years? Yeah, no problem. That doesn't freak me out when I say that at all.
Like a conservative, if you
that
just
feels safe. I mean, to the earlier conversation about asymmetric returns, is there a chance that it's 100x in that time frame? It feels aggressive, but I don't know.
A 10x XRP is $5. A 100x XRP is $50. And I'm in the boat where I'm like, I've never claimed XRP could hit $50. I've always said my price targets are anywhere from $3 to $7. And to hear him say that shit is honestly kind of crazy.
So is 1,000 XRP enough to get rich? That depends on your definition of wealth and, more importantly, your ability to hold through the volatile times ahead. For some, turning a $2,300 investment into $10,000 is life-changing. For others, the real goal lies in the 6- or 7-figure realm. The key is understanding that XRP's potential is tied to long-term adoption, not short-term hype. It's about seeing the bigger picture and having the conviction to stay the course when others falter. If you can do that, the rewards could be beyond what most people dare to dream. So what do you think? Could XRP reach these lofty price targets? How many coins are you holding? And what's your strategy? Share your thoughts in the comments. Every perspective adds to the conversation. Stay tuned for the next update. And as always, keep researching, stay cautious, and prepare for what could be a thrilling ride into 2025 and beyond.